The first thing that you have to do is you have to create a folder on your desktop. Okay, so I'm going to keep it over here on the desktop. So the name of the folder is subdivision. In this folder, you're going to need two files. Okay, and the name of the two files that you need are, number one is this one, label line LB, label point. These two files, I'll send you these two files in your email. Okay, check your emails afterwards and you will have these files. So I'll just copy them from here and I'm going to paste it over here. So to begin with, you need to have those two files in the folder subdivision. Okay, this is what we are supposed to do today for carrying out this drawing. You need these layers: grid, boundaries, points, dimensions, center lines, and border. If during the drawing I need another layer, I can always create that. That should not be a problem, okay? All this information has been provided to you guys. The text height for labeling, text height for labeling the lots. These are called the lots. These are the lots right there. This is a lot. Lot 37, lot 36, lot 35, and so on. These are called lots. Okay. Create all the parcels using the bearings and distances. Draw all the curves with correct radii. Radii is the plural of radius, okay? Create the grid, label all the lines with bearings and distances as shown. Create the center line of the road with the line type center, plot the border, and then we have to do the hatching, okay? To do all this, the first thing we need to do is to begin with, after creating the layers, I'll put all the points on the points layer. So I'll be using the points layer as the first layer to create all the points. After that, I'm going to join them and then I'll take you through the whole drawing step by step. So here we go. I'm going to start the AutoCAD program and I'll just refer to this drawing off and on. So I'll just put it on the other screen over here. So let us begin the drawing. Here is your AutoCAD program. So we go to new, and you'll start from here. Open with no template metric. So click on this one. So let us start with the setting the units first. So we go to format, units, and you are going to get this dialog box. Here you pick up precision will be 3 decimal places. Pick up meters. Angle type will be degrees, minutes, seconds, and the precision will be number 3 from the top. Degrees, minutes, seconds. All right, and click OK on this one. Once you have set the units, then you have to create some layers. Okay, so we click on this icon over here to to create the layers. Okay, so you will get this dialog box. The first layer that I'm going to do is this. Okay, I have to go back and forth. So grid, boundaries, points. So the first thing I have to do is click over here. The first layer is grid. Okay. Color is not a big deal. Whatever color do you want to pick up, it's up to you guys. I'll just pick up the correct line weight as we go along. So for the grid, I'm going to create a color, pick up a color, whichever color is your choice, no problems. Then you have boundaries and points. So we go to boundaries and points. So you click over here, boundaries, BOUNDARIES. Okay, we need boundaries. Then we need points, points. Then we need dimensions, center lines, and borders. Dimensions. Center line, center line. And we need borders, BORDERS, or border, just simply border. Now for the border, we need a little bit thicker line. So the line weight, we have to change the line weight for the border. You will get this dialog box as soon as you click on the line weight. So you pick up 0.30. It is a little bit bigger, the thicker line weight. Click on that. I'm going to change the border to a different color so that it looks different. So you can also change the center line type. So for the time being, see, look at this center line. This is a continuous line. We don't need that. We are going to click on the continuous and you will get this line type. If you don't see the line type center, you have to load. So when you click on the load, you will get this dialog box. Pick up the center, click OK. It will appear over here. Unless you pick it up, it's not going to be loaded. So click on center and click OK, and this will change to center line. So to begin with, I'm going to start with the points. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the points layer, and you'll see that this has changed to a tick mark, which means that we are going to start with the points layer. And I'm going to change this to white color so that it is visible on the screen. Okay. Now, by default, the points look like a dot. Okay, so if I go to Format, Point Style, so by default, this is the point style that has been picked up. Okay, but I'm going to change it over here. I'll just pick up this one, set the size in absolute units, and I'll just say 5 or maybe 3 units, and click OK. So if I plot any points now, they will look like the one that I picked up. Right. So let us go ahead and plot all the points first, beginning with this one and then going along this way like that. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 points. So I'm going to plot all those points step by step or one by one. Okay. And the first point that I have is 5502. So this is how you do it. Okay, I'm going to move this somewhere else. All right, so click over here and say point, P-O-I-N-T. Now make sure your current layer is points. So click on point, press enter. It says specify a point. So the first point that I have is the east value or the x value is 5502.667, comma 5502.667, comma 5112.963. Press enter. Now this will not be visible to you because it is way somewhere else. Look at the x value 5000, and the y value is also 5000. Now if you look at this is 0 0 over here, so we will not be able to see the point. To do that, to see the point, all we have to do is just click over here and press Z is for zoom, press enter and click extends, zoom extends. So here is your point, zoom extends. So you can zoom in, zoom out and see this point over here. If you want to make sure what are the coordinates that you had, just click over here, go to tools, drafting settings, okay, and pick up the node icon, node snap. See object snaps, object snap. This it should be on, object snap on. This is your node, and look at the point. See that? Click OK. Now I want to see what are the coordinates. So click on ID, enter, and you will see as soon as that node appears, click on. So you will have 5502.667 and 5112. Okay, so those are your those are the coordinates of this point. Let us go to the second one now. So we'll point point, enter. The second one is 5531.981, comma 5094.065, enter. So here is your second point. You don't have to enter point again. All you have to do is click enter again and you will get the same command back. So it says point, specify a point. So the third one is 5538.31, comma 5045.538, enter. So you will have the third point, and again you press enter. It will bring back the previous command, which is point. So it will be 5514.825, comma 5019.75. Press enter. Okay, and then you have, let us create the rest of the points. Again, click enter. It is asking you specify a point, so it will be 5395.504, comma 5004.189. Press enter. Again, 5349.89, comma 4998.24, enter. And then you have enter 5337.732, comma 5091.45, enter. And then the two remaining points for the curves, enter 5389.5 425, comma 5050.794, enter. And then the last point is 5488.54, comma 5063.723, enter. So those are the points for the center line. So if you look at these points, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 points. Those are the points for the center line. So let us now create the boundaries first. Okay, so we go over here, click on this, double click on the boundaries line. I want to change it to a little thicker line type so that it is visible on the screen. Click on this one. Okay, I'm going to change the color to something different. Maybe this one. Okay, and make sure that it has the tick mark on it so that the boundaries will be plotted on the boundaries layer. Okay. Before you do anything, make sure that your object snap is set to node. So we go to drafting settings, and on the object snap, the node is on, so we don't have to worry about it. Object snap is on, click OK, and let us now draw the lines. So you click on the line, make sure it snaps to this point, and then join the boundaries. There you have it. Those are the boundaries. Now, do you want to see, if you want to see the thickness of the lines, you can do that. You click on this one. This is show height line weight. So the line weight is off. Just click on this one and you will see that the line weight is now on. All right. Right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the center line over here for the road, which is this one right there. Right there, this one. All right. So here we go. Let us just do the boundaries first. Okay, let me do the boundaries first. So we're still on the boundaries line. Click over here. Line, L for line, enter. So we draw some radial lines from the center, okay, like this. These are called radial lines. Why? Because they are radiating from the center of the circle from here. So this is your so you draw those lines like that. Okay. So if you look at the outer circle over here, the radius of the outer circle is 13 right there. Here also the outer circle is 13. Radius is 13 for the outer circle. So we plot two circles with radius 13. So you click on the circle icon, click over here, and radius of the circle is asking you specify radius of the circle. Remember, to learn AutoCAD, you need to keep looking on the lower left corner of this screen, okay? Otherwise, it will communicate with you. So the radius is 13, so click 13, press enter. Similarly, draw another circle over here. Okay, and let us now trim these ones over here. To trim those, click on the trim icon and trim, 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 and trim. Similarly, you can trim this one over here. All right. One more thing that you see over here is that the distance of offset, this line is parallel to the edge of the road and the distance between them is 38 meters, okay? Similarly, over here is also 38 meters. So let us plot those two lines. So from here to here, the offset is 38 meters. Where's the offset? Right there. This is your offset. Click on offset. Specify offset distance 38. And it says select object to offset. So this is your object to offset line this way. From here also this way. Okay. So let us get rid of the extra part. Press escape to come out of the command. Pick up the trim icon and get rid of the extra lines. Similarly, we don't need those, so we can get rid of them. Also, we don't need this one, and we don't need this one. All right. One more thing that you see is, see, look at this. This is radius 8, and over here is the same radius 8. Okay, these two have a radius of 8 over here. All right. So I'll just do a fillet. So you click on fillet. This is your fillet icon right there. Click on fillet. It will ask you, first of all, you have to set the radius, and the radius is 8. Click on this, click on this, enter, click on this, and click on this. All right, similarly, you need this one over here. Click on this and this. Okay. So we are not done yet. We need another line over here, which is how much is the distance from there to there is 47 meters. Okay. So I'm going to draw a circle from here, and the radius of the circle is 47. Click, and then I'm going to draw the line from the intersection of this point to the node of this point. So I need tools, drafting settings, and I need the intersection, which is already clicked, and the node is also clicked. So I'm going to draw the line. Look at the intersection appearing. As soon as the intersection appears, click, node appears, and click. We don't need this, delete it. And we don't need this line, we say trim it. Trim and trim. All right. What else? So this is 36.331 from there, then 25, 25, and 25. So those are the offsets for 25, okay? This is 55 meters. From there to there is 55 meters. So we already have these, okay? Let us now concentrate on this the road over here, okay? And then we are going to do the rest of the plots, okay? So from here you have the center line and the center line. Let us plot the center line first. So we go over here, click, here is my center line. So center line is my current layer. So you click on the line and you click from here to there and to there. Now see the center line, we need to change the line type scale, because if you don't change the line type scale, this is too big. So let me change the line type scale. To do that, click over here and say LT scale. Enter. Now the scale factor, line type scale factor is 1 at this point. I'm going to change it to 0.2. See what happens. So 0.2 is a good line type scale factor, which is which we are going to use for this center line. Okay. So here is your, do you know how much is the width of this right there? This is 13 outside, and this is 10 inside. The radius of the inner circle is 10. The radius of the outer circle is 13. Therefore, the distance between those two is 3. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to create two circles over here. All right. So I'm going to pick up, again, I'm going to pick up the boundaries, and I'm going to draw the circle from here. How much is the radius of the circle? Is 10. Another circle, 10. Okay. So the offset for this line will be 3. So we click on the offset. Offset distance will be 3. Enter. This way, this way. Okay. Therefore, the how much will be the total width of this road over here? To find that out, I would like to make sure that if I click on this and perpendicular to this one, I want to have the distance. This is how you do it, okay? So, tools, drafting settings, pick up the perpendicular icon over here, and you will see this one appearing. So you want to find out the distance. So you say DIST distance, enter. Specify first point, which is the end point of this line, which is perpendicular to this line. See, perpendicular. As soon as the perpendicular sign appears, click OK. So the distance is 12. So we'll just keep it 12 meters. All right. So if it is 12 meters, then from this side and this side, both sides will be 6 and 6. So I'm going to click on offset. Distance will be 6. So from there, 6 this side and 6 this side. All right, let us change these two to the boundaries layer. Click on boundaries. So we need to do a little bit of cleaning up over here now. All right. And to do this cleaning up, we are just going to get rid of some of the lines over here. So let us start from here, okay? So I'm going to extend this line all the way to that circle and extend it over here. Okay, I don't need this extra part, so I'll just trim it. Trim this one. Okay, and the radius of this one will be 5 because this is 8. So this will be 5 because that distance is 3. So I'll just go on to fillet. This time my radius is 5. So you click on this and you click on this. So you will get the fillet of radius 5. All right. Similarly, we have to do the same over here. We extend it. We trim this extra circle, trim. Then we do the fillet. The radius is already 5, so we don't have to set it again. All right. Now, if you look at the situation over here, at this point, this is the radius 8, and this is radius 5, and this goes like this. So we need to get rid of these lines over here. So let us see how do I do this. Okay. So let us get rid of these trim. So I don't need this, and I don't need this, and I don't need this also. I don't need that portion over there. Okay. Uh, okay, one more thing that I have to do is do the offset 3 this way and this way. Okay. Now, if I extend this one over here, extend, and I have to do a fillet over here with radius 8. This fillet is radius 8. So fillet radius 8. You pick up this and you pick up this line. So that is your radius 8. So if this is 8, this will be 5. So you click on fillet radius 5. There you go. We don't need this one. We'll trim it. So this cleaning up is going to take a little bit of time, but it is worth it. Same procedure over here for the inner. We don't need this. We don't need this for sure. We don't need that one. And we don't need this one. This is radius 5. Okay. So I'm going to do the fillet. Radius is 5 I already. So click over here, pick up this and pick up this. Okay, get rid of this. We don't need this. Delete. Delete. All right. And this is called a chamfer. Okay. So I'm going to pick up this line over here. Chamfer. Distance. Let us put a distance of 5 over here. it says specify. Okay, chamfer again. Let's do the chamfer again. This is your chamfer. Okay, select first line. At least actually I have to give the distance first. The distance is 5. Press enter. Okay, again 5, and pick up this line and pick up this line. Hold on. Sorry. Let us trim that part. Trim. Yeah. So it has already done the chamfer over here for 5. Okay. If I want to delete it, I can delete this one and do another chamfer for, let's say, for example, 10. Okay. So click on chamfer. First distance is 10. Second distance is 10. And you pick up this line and you pick up this line, and it will do the 10 chamfer for you. If it is too big, we can change it. Yeah, I think it's too big. Yeah, let us change it to 5. So delete this one. Chamfer again. Distance, change it to 5. Second distance is also 5. Pick up this line. Pick up this line. Yeah, this is much better. 5. Okay. So the next thing that I have to do is let us plot these points over here now. Okay. So the first thing that I'm looking at is this. This is 25 meters offsets. So from here, 25, 25, 25, and same is 25, 25, 25. So it's very easy for us to offset now. Okay, let me click on offset, offset, 25. All right. Same situation is over on this side. So if I extend this line, all the way to this point, I'll have my other plots. So I'll go to extend. Click on the boundary edge first. Boundary edge, this is my boundary edge. Press enter. And you click on this, click on this, click on this. And also we click on that. So this is 25, 25, and 25. Okay. Let us get rid of the lines that we don't need. So we click on trim. Cutting edges. Pick up the cutting edge. In this case, this is a cutting edge and this is a cutting edge. Press enter and get rid of these lines. We don't need this, we don't need this, and we don't need that. All right. And similarly, we have to trim this part over here. So you click on trim again and get rid of this, get rid of this, this, and this. So here it is. Your boundaries, your lots are now complete. They are exactly looking like this one. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I have to enter all these numbers over here. Okay. Right. To do these, we need those two subroutines. Okay. And those two subroutines that I showed you are here in the desktop. If you remember, I said label line and LB. Okay. We are going to label the lines. We are going to label the lines and we are going to label the points. with those coordinates. Okay, but before we do that, we need to set some dimensions. Okay, set some sizes of those text. So if I go back to my instructions, it says that the text height for labeling the lines and the points is 2. The text height for labeling the lots is 4. Hatch scale is 0.01. So according to my instructions, I have to set everything. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. All right. To do the lots separately, I have to create, say, for example, lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, and so on. Okay. This is to make sure that I get the uh, labeling for each line separately, because if I label it right now, it will label the whole line like this. I don't want that. I just want separate lots to be done. Okay, I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 of them for you guys, and the rest you have to clean. You have to do it yourself. The way I'm going to do like 3 lots. Okay, so let me show you how to do those 3 lots, and then you have to complete the whole drawing yourself. Except that I'm going to show you how to set how to do the hatching and the grid. Okay, so let us now create, like, for example, I'm going to start with lot number 32, 33, and 34. I'm going to show you how to do those ones. Okay, and then you do the rest yourself. So I'm going to do 32, 33, and 34 for you guys. All right. So this is 32, this is 33, and this is 34. So I'm going to concentrate on this one over here. So let us go to 0, double click on 0. Okay. And let me change the color to, say, for example, yellow. Okay. So now I'm on the layer 0. I'm just going to plot something on top of this. See, make sure your endpoint snap is also on. Okay. So now I'm going to label these. To do that, the first thing I have to do is I'm going to go to Tools, Load Application, and I'm going to go to the desktop, to my folder, which is subdivision. Where is my subdivision? Right there, subdivision. So I'm going to pick up label line and say load, and say always load, and it will say label line dot lsp successful loaded. LSP simply means Lisp. This is the language of AutoCAD, Lisp routine. So the AutoCAD has been written in the Lisp language. Okay, then I have to click on the LB and click load, always load, and this is also has been loaded. LB is for labeling the points, and label line is for labeling the lines. Okay, now close this one. Say, for example, I want to first label those lines over here. All these 3 lines, I have to label them. Now, if you remember, I told you that the Text height for labeling the lines is points is 2, and text height for labeling the lots is 4. So let me first set the text height for labeling the lines and the points is 2. Okay, how do we do this? We go over here, click on this, click on modify. So you will get the modify dimension style. Click on text over here. Okay, this is standard. So you click over here and change this to some different good looking font. The height is 2. Apply, set it to the current and close. So this will be your text height will be 2 and it will appear over here. Okay, this is how it is going to appear. You don't have to do anything else. Now when you plot the when you label the lines, your height will be 2. Click OK to this one and close it. All right. So let us label those lines now. And how do we do this? Since you have already loaded the application label line, so just click over here and say LA line, LA line, press enter. Now read this one. It is asking you, do you want to reverse the annotation, meaning bearing above and distance below? Yes or no? So no, just click on no on this one. Then it is going to ask you, do you want to annotate the bearing? Yes or no? You say, yes, I want to annotate the bearing. That means I want to write the bearing. Then you say, enter the distance units is meters. So click on M, press enter. Text scale, say 2. I want the text scale to be 2. Click OK. Decimal places for distance is 2. No, I want it 3. Click enter. Decimal places for bearing is 4. Yes, 4. Click OK. And now it is asking you select the objects. So you click this one, click this one, click this one, and press enter. So that is how you label the lines. If you're not happy with I think two should be good enough. Okay. Similarly, you have to do this lot and this lot. Let me do this lot now for you guys. Okay, and this lot also. So just we are still on 0. So you click on line. Actually, you can draw all the lines in one at once. Okay, it will give you. So you click over here. Okay, and then you draw the lines like this, like this, like this. Okay, don't worry about the curves right now. So all you have to do is if I switch off all the other layers, so in this way you can draw all the lines like this. Okay, to be more efficient, just switch off all the other layers. We don't need all the other layers. From here up, click on the shift icon and switch off all these layers. We don't need them for the time being. Okay, switch it off. Yeah, now all of them are off. Okay, look at the magic now. If I want to label all of these lines, in your case you will have all the lines over here. Very simple. Just go LA line, press enter. Reverse the bearing, no. Annotate bearing, yes. Enter distance unit is meters. Text scale is 2 as instructed in the document. Decimal places for distance is 3. Bearing is 4. select objects. So all you have to do is just select all of them in one go. Since I have labeled all of these, we don't need this one. So just click over here and press enter. Bingo. So in one go, you can label all the lines, okay? Now you can also switch on all the layers back again. Click over here, press Shift, click over here and click on the bulb icon and all of them will come back again. So you can label them again. You can you can erase all those lines and you will get in the end, you will get something like this. So I'm not going to do that for you. You have to do it yourself. Um, the rest of the labeling of the lines. Next thing I have to show you how to label the points. It is also very simple. All you have to do is just go over here and click on LB, LB, enter, pick point, click, and then it is asking you pick label location. So you click on the label location and click. There you go. Still on the pick point icon. So you click over here and you click over here and you click over there and you click over there. See how simple it is? All right, so those are the LB and LA line. The next thing I'm going to show you is the hatching part. How do we hatch this area with the proper hatching? Okay, so if you look at the hatching, it says that the hatch scale is 0.01. So I'm going to now change the hatch scale to 0.01 and hatch this inner ground. So first of all, I would like to create a layer for the hatching. So you go over here and create a layer hatch. H-A-T-C-H, hatch. H-A-T-C-H, hatch. Make it your current layer. Change it to something different color so that it is visible on the screen. I'll just pick up something like this and click OK. Double click it so that it is the current layer. Now I'm going to hatch this area inside, okay, this one with the tiles. Actually, yeah, like this. Okay, make sure the area that you're going to hatch should be visible on the screen. Click on the hatch icon, which is this one. Click on hatch, and the pattern that I'm looking for is ARH bone. Click OK. Okay, pick points. Yeah, the scale I have to change to 0.01. So I'll change it. I'll just type over here 0.01. Add pick points. Enter. Preview. And you can see that ARH bone is my hatch. And when you have entered the text before, it will leave out the text. You see that? Now press enter again and we are done. So hatching is already taken care of. The last thing that I have to show you is the grid, okay? The grid right there. This is called the grid right there. This is your grid. Okay. Now, to begin with, we need to have horizontal lines and the vertical lines, starting with 5,000, 5,050, 5,100. So there is a difference of 50 meters over here, 50 meters offsets, 50 meters offsets. Okay. So let me start with the grid now. So if I switch on the grid, we go to tools, drafting settings, and snap and grid. Okay. Remember the snap X spacing was 50 and 50. Okay, grid on, click OK. So you can see the grid over here. Can you see the grid? Let me change the background color to white so that it is uh, visible. So we go to tools, options, and I change the color to white, apply and close, apply. Okay. So I can see those grid lines now. Okay. So if I want to make that grid just like this one over here, all I have to do is switch on my snap, which is this one right there. Snap is on now. Snap is on now. So click on over here and make the grid as my current layer. Okay, snap is on. So all I have to do is just see it is going from snap to snap. So I'll just click over here, click over here. All right. And you can see my grid line. Then you click over here at 50, write this again. It doesn't matter where the grid lines, there is no, these are not critical, but they should be visible like this. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my background to be black because I picked up all the line colors according to my background color. Okay. So they should be visible so that you don't have uh, problem looking at them. Apply and close, apply. Okay. So here it is. The grid is now looking at this. I'll see if I switch off my snap, I can do all my jobs free, no problems. So I'll just label these now. I'll just uh, put the coordinate values. So you just click over here. These are the coordinates, ordinate dimension. Okay, dimension. So click over here. Switch on the ortho and then ordinate. So complete all these ordinate dimensions. Okay, don't leave them incomplete. The video is getting too big, therefore I'm going to just do some of these. Okay, so what else do we have to do is the last thing I have to do is the border. Okay, very simple. No, not a big deal. I'm going to plot the border now, and then you can put the name, ID, and section yourself. Should not be a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up the border. So you click over here and make sure you have the border as your current layer. Okay, look at the border. The border is 0.30. Let us make it a little bit thicker so that let us make it 0.40. Click OK. This is your current layer now. So all you have to do is click over here, switch on your snap and just create the border like this. That's it. Border is done. Switch off your snap. Put your name, number, and ID over here, and please complete the drawing just like this one. Okay, because in the okay, so this is what it is, what is expected from you. Every bearing and distance should be shown. Okay, and that's it. But that's about it. Thank you very much.